And I've got some news for you. You might find it shocking news. Bones aren't made of calcium.
Big Pharma wants to keep you in the dark about these natural bone healing secrets, so you'll keep handing them your hard-earned money. But Barbara O'Neill, a renowned nutritionist and naturopath, has spent years uncovering natural, affordable methods to boost your bone health and strength without relying on calcium supplements or ineffective medical treatments. In today's video, she reveals 7 essential laws to help you prevent osteoporosis and other bone conditions, along with a few Big Pharma secrets that will shake you to the core, starting with the real truth about calcium supplements.
Bones are made of 12 trace minerals and 64 minor minerals.
Our bones are not composed of calcium alone. While it is one of the main minerals that form our bones, others like iron, magnesium, manganese, silicon, potassium, and zinc are also present in significant amounts. Adding to the final composition of our bones are another 64 other minor minerals that keep them healthy and compact. Why is this important? Barbara has used her knowledge of bone composition to challenge the usefulness and effectiveness of calcium supplements.
So I've got some good news. You can save money by not buying any more calcium supplements.
Calcium supplementation has grown to become a widespread practice around the world, with around 23% of the overall male population and even more of the female population supplementing calcium. The practice spreads to children, with research reporting that at least 4% of children take calcium supplements to increase bone density and strength. Just because many people do something doesn't mean it's right. In fact, scientific evidence now supports what Barbara O'Neill has long believed. Calcium supplements don't actually strengthen your bones. Several studies indicate that while calcium supplements can help people with low dietary intake of calcium, they come with unwanted effects like constipation and bloating to more troublesome ones like kidney stones and hip fractures. Hip fractures? We are certain you didn't see that one coming. But a recent study revealed that a high intake of calcium supplements increased the risk of hip fractures in women. Calcium supplements have also been linked to an increased risk of heart attacks. They also contribute to the chances of hospitalization for people living with diabetes or a chronic heart condition. So, Barbara and science say calcium supplements do more harm than good, and research confirms it. But if you don't get strong bones from calcium supplements, why doesn't Big Pharma want anyone to know? The answer is pretty obvious: money. The calcium supplement industry alone nets at least $1 billion every year. No company would want to give all that money up, especially when the healthier alternative comes at such a lower price. So, what then is this alternative to calcium supplements? The first is salt. We are sure that's the last thing you were expecting to hear, but this is not your regular iodized table salt.
You can buy something that is one of the best ways to get salt into your body, or the minerals, which is Celtic salt. Or it's getting hard to get, and apparently it's my fault, so you can get Baja salt.
Celtic and Baja salt are both naturally harvested salts that go through little refinement before they can be consumed. They usually come in crystal chunks, and their unique nature and minimal processing make them a healthier choice over regular table salt. Celtic and Baja salt pack more calcium and several other minerals that are otherwise lost to the vigorous refining process of table salt. Aside from its abundance of calcium, Barbara enjoys taking Celtic salt because of its iodine content.
But when you buy the Celtic salt or the Baja salt, it's locked up in the gases. If you take iodine, it's out of your body in 20 minutes. But if you take that little crystal of Celtic salt before every glass of water, you're giving part per million minor amounts of iodine, but little by little by little, that is the best way to take iodine into the body. And iodine is the main food used by the thyroid gland.
Baja and Celtic salt also contain essential minerals like magnesium, potassium, and iron, which contribute to your overall health. Due to its natural mineral composition, Baja salt can help regulate blood pressure when used in moderation, unlike heavily processed table salt, which is often linked to hypertension. Baja salt's magnesium content is especially important for nerve function, helping to maintain communication between muscles and the brain. A more common alternative to Celtic and Baja salt is Himalayan salt. Naturally harvested salt is not only great for your bones, but your overall health too. At the very least, taking Celtic or Baja salt instead of calcium supplements or table salt helps you avoid some of their undesirable effects. Barbara suggests consuming a pinch of unrefined salt with each glass of water to ensure you're getting the minerals your body needs for optimal function. If you don't take any kind of salt, then you'd want to hear the next food Barbara recommends for healthier bones. Spoiler alert, it's not milk. Contrary to popular belief, Barbara's next recommended food delivers more calcium and essential minerals to your bones than milk: dark green leafy vegetables.
So where else do we get those minerals? From dark green leafy vegetables. And dark green leafy vegetables are very high in these minerals.
Dark leafy greens, such as Chinese cabbage, kale, bok choy, and collard greens, are excellent for building strong, healthy bones. They are rich in calcium and other vital nutrients like magnesium, which are essential for bone formation and strength. Magnesium is crucial for activating vitamin D, which helps the body absorb calcium. Leafy greens like spinach and Swiss chard are high in magnesium, contributing to bone strength and overall skeletal health. Vitamin K is vital for bone health because it helps regulate calcium in the body and supports bone mineralization. Leafy greens like Swiss chard and spinach are packed with vitamin K. Many leafy greens have an alkaline effect on the body, which can help reduce bone loss. Acidic diets can leach calcium from bones, while the alkalizing nature of greens helps preserve bone mineral content. Vitamin C, found in leafy greens like kale and broccoli, helps with collagen formation, which is a key component of bone structure. Potassium helps reduce the loss of calcium through urine, making it easier for your body to retain more of this bone-building material. Leafy greens, such as spinach and bok choy, are good sources of potassium. Some leafy greens, like spinach, are high in oxalates, which can bind calcium and reduce its absorption. Others, like kale and collard greens, are low in oxalates, making their calcium content more readily available for your body to use.
Cows get their minerals for their strong bones where? Grass. I've got some good news. You don't have to eat grass, but you can eat microgreens. You can eat kale, you can eat spinach, silver.
Before you click away, you should know that it is not enough to take dark leafy greens or Celtic salt and call it a day. In addition to these remedies, Barbara has 7 laws of health that help you stay healthy longer and prevent any habits that will damage your bones.
So let's go through those laws of health. Number 1, pure air. Yes, every skin cell requires oxygen for it to function effectively, and we get it through pure air, which is breathing through the nose.
1. Pure air. The first law of health Barbara O'Neill advises everyone to follow looks basic, yet it remains crucial. Breathing pure air is not just important for good health, it is also crucial for survival. It isn't often talked about, but oxygen is crucial for bone healing and fracture repair. The number 1 source of oxygen for humans is breathing in oxygen-rich air, so Law 1 is pretty standard.
Ultraviolet rays, particularly UVB, from the sun hit a form of cholesterol just under the skin and convert it to vitamin D.
2. Sunshine. Next is getting adequate sunlight on your skin. Exposing your skin to a controlled amount of sunlight can do a world of good for you and your bones. This is because when sunlight hits the skin, the ultraviolet B rays help produce vitamin D naturally by converting cholesterol under the skin into this essential vitamin.
And vitamin D is essential for the assimilation of calcium.
Vitamin D is crucial for calcium absorption and bone mineralization, ensuring that the calcium you consume is put to good use in strengthening your bones.
Number three law is temperance. Temperance is not taking anything into the body that will harm it and taking in moderation the good things.
3. Temperance. Barbara O'Neill defines her third law of health as temperance, and it involves staying away from foods that leach or wash away important minerals from bones.
We talked about how the refined sugar leaches especially the calcium and the magnesium.
One of these foods is refined sugar. According to several scientific studies, there is a direct link between overconsumption of refined sugar and an increased risk of developing osteoporosis. Eating too much sugar increases the amount of calcium and magnesium lost in the urine and also reduces the amount of calcium that can be absorbed by the intestines, as it lowers the levels of active vitamin D in the blood.
And again, the acid-forming foods, to cope with that, the body leaches the calcium out. And that's meat, wheat, refined sugar, the things that I've just listed, drugs.
Barbara also advises to avoid caffeine, alcohol, tobacco, soda, and acid-forming foods, as they can leach minerals from your bones, weakening them over time. 4. Rest.
Number 4 is rest. Rest is a very important part of life. Must be a balance between rest and work. Remember the perfect mathematical formula? 8 hours to work, 8 hours to play, 8 hours to sleep.
Barbara's next law of health is one of the most important on this list, and it's simply rest. Just like every other part of our body needs a break now and then, our bones do too. However, the reality is different, as many people struggle to create enough time to rest due to their busy schedules or line of work. Chronic sleep deprivation can decrease bone formation and increase bone resorption, ultimately leading to osteoporosis. 5. Exercise.
And the best exercise for strengthening the bones is rebounding. Strength comes by exercise. There's no other way. We know that about muscles, and we often only refer to muscles, but bones are also strengthened by exercise. And the bone strengthening exercise that is more effective than any other is rebounding.
Rest is important for strong and healthy bones, but did you know that exercise can make your bones even stronger? By testing the limits of your body's strength and endurance, you strengthen the bones of your body and make them more fracture-resistant following falls from height or direct trauma to your bones. While there are many forms of exercise, Barbara O'Neill recommends an exercise called rebounding, which is jumping against gravity. This low-impact exercise works by defying gravity, which stimulates bone formation by subjecting your body to increased gravitational loads. She says using a trampoline to leap against gravity is a quick way to improve your balance, strength, and bone density. Even if you're new to rebounding, starting with a gentle bounce can be beneficial, and as you gain strength, you can increase the intensity of your sessions.
So 6 is proper diet.
6. Proper diet. Barbara's laws of health won't be complete without the addition of a proper and balanced meal. Barbara is all about the power of nutrition and using the right foods to heal your body.
So we get our minerals from our foods. The organic foods are a very high source, but as I showed you, many people are losing their minerals because of a high acid, high refined diet.
She recommends taking alkaline foods like leafy greens, sesame seeds, and chickpeas that contain a lot of calcium and important minerals for bone growth and repair. She also recommends avoiding foods that might cause discomfort or illness, similar to how milk affects those with lactose intolerance. While milk is often thought to be high in calcium, she explains that people with lactose intolerance aren't missing much, as contrary to popular belief, very little calcium is actually absorbed from milk.
Number 7 is use of water. Doesn't seem like our bones need water, but they do.
7. Use of water. Barbara's 7th and final law of health is using water. By this, she means drinking enough water daily and taking cold baths to improve your general health.
But there's something more potent. I talked about it to boost your immune system. What's the best immune system booster? Students, you'll scream. The cold water.
Cold showers are known to boost immunity, as exposure to cold water can increase the production of white blood cells, which are crucial for fighting infections. The body's response to cold temperatures activates the immune system, leading to more white blood cells circulating in the bloodstream. Cold showers help improve the flow of lymph, the fluid that carries immune cells throughout the body. By promoting lymphatic circulation, cold exposure can help the body remove waste and toxins more effectively, improving immune response. Cold showers help reduce levels of cortisol, a stress hormone that can weaken the immune system when elevated for long periods. By lowering cortisol levels, cold exposure can help support a more resilient immune system. And there you have it, the natural bone healing secrets Big Pharma doesn't want you to know, courtesy of Barbara O'Neill. By incorporating these simple yet powerful remedies like unrefined salt, dark leafy greens, and following her 7 laws of health, you can take charge of your bone health and overall well-being without relying on expensive, ineffective supplements. Remember, it's not just about what you add to your life, but also what you avoid, like calcium supplements, refined sugar, and harmful foods that rob your bones of vital minerals. With Barbara's advice, you're well on your way to a stronger, healthier, and more resilient body. That said, consuming dark leafy greens, chickpeas, sesame seeds, or Celtic salt alone isn't enough to replace a balanced diet. Barbara suggests including other nutritious foods, like eggs. But what happens if you eat eggs every day? Click on this next video to find out.